Golf is definitely something that people come to Northern Ireland for. Our landscapes naturally lend themselves to golf. We have a very green landscape, as everybody knows. The coast means that we have some very exciting and challenging links courses. On top of that, in recent years, of course, Rory McIlroy, Darren Clarke, Graham McDowell, and with their success on the international golf stage has really drawn attention to this very small place of Northern Ireland.
Northern Ireland is an incredibly compact destination, which is part of its beauty. You can base yourself in one of our key cities, such as Belfast or Derry, Londonderry, and never be more than 90 minutes drive away from some of our key visitor attractions. It's a fantastic destination to visit and experience in a short space of time.
Belfast is a city that's living and breathing, and it's changing every day. The DNA of the city is really that it's a place that's looking to the future, but we're very aware that we have a long and a complicated past. 20 years ago, Belfast was a very different place. Today, it is definitely a modern European city with its own character. The coastal route stretches all the way from the city of Belfast to the city of Derry, Londonderry. It's a really rich 200 kilometres and there's lots of things to see and do. There's lots of stories to uncover, there's lots of hidden gems, and people might know some of the famous things like the Giant's Causeway, but there's really a lot more to it than that. And dotted right along it are lots of heritage, old castles and ruins and stories that go back to the ancient Celtic times.
Royal Portrush Golf Club lies right in the heart of the Causeway coastal route. This will only be the second time that the Open has been played outside of England and Scotland. It was last played at Royal Portrush in 1951, so it's nearly 70 years since it has been played here previously. Royal Portrush is a links golf course, which means it is cut into the side of the sea. It is an incredibly challenging type of golf course to play, which makes it some of the most revered golf across the world.
The Bushmills Inn Hotel, when it opened originally about 400 years ago, was a coaching inn. Our restaurant is located in the old stables where people would have left their horses and stayed upstairs. It's quite a unique part of the hotel. The style of food in the restaurant is traditional Irish ingredients, local ingredients from local farms, but certainly with a modern twist. Golfers can expect a very unique experience in the Bushmills Inn Hotel. Early breakfasts, late dinner times, and other things that they need to have a nice golfing holiday.
Northern Ireland has been on a food revolution for the last 10 years. We've really found our identity and our feet in terms of great food. Farmers here put a lot of dedication and care into what they do. A number of them have diversified into making alcoholic drinks. So we have world-class gins, whiskies, and we have a truly unique cider cluster.
The tradition of making whisky in Northern Ireland goes back a long, long time. And in fact, Bushmills Whisky Distillery on the Causeway Coastal route is the oldest licensed whisky distillery on the island of Ireland. Until very recently, Bushmills was the only whisky distillery in Northern Ireland. However, Ecklinville Distillery has begun distilling several blends of whisky.
There is a new generation of chefs here, and that new generation of chef, they're more connected with the environment. They've more confidence to try Northern Irish flavours.
The key thing is local produce. The quality of our dairy, our butter, our meat. We're on an island. The quality of our shellfish is amazing. The quality of our fish is unbelievable. Beforehand, we did very intricate food, but we're trying to get it where the food we're doing now is just pure food. It's real food, real cooking, down to the classics. We reopened James Street in September last year. We're in a very relaxed, quiet part of Belfast. But then, an 8-minute walk, you're in the Cathedral Quarter. That's where all the bars are, that's where Hatskey's is, the Duke of York, the Heart Bar, the Dirty Onion. So it's a really buzzy part of Belfast where people are out to party.
As you make your way towards Titanic buildings here in Belfast, the first thing that actually strikes you is the building itself. It stands out. It's an attraction in its own right. As you stand underneath the shadow of it, it is actually the size of Titanic's hull herself.
The Titanic Hotel was originally the drawing offices for Harland and Wolff, where the Titanic ship was designed. The hotel opened 18 months ago with a full renovation, and as you can see when you walk around the building, it doesn't look like you're in a hotel. You feel like you're almost in a museum. It was being restored that well.
The Royal County Down golf course is a very traditional surface of links golf, which is sand and marram grass and heather and all the gorse bushes in this magnificent backdrop of the Mourne Mountains. The golf course was laid out in 1889. Old Tom Morris was the original designer, and given the dunes that you see out on the golf course, there was limited machinery, so it's a very natural terrain. The Royal County Down Championship golf course is a very difficult test of golf. But we also have the Annesley Links, which is a much shorter golf course. It's on the same dune land, and it's hugely enjoyable to play, and an extremely good contrast to the championship course.
The weather, I think we probably have a worse reputation than we deserve. It doesn't usually rain all day. It'll rain for half an hour and be gone. So you can have a pretty good golf day no matter what the time of year.